that's how I like to keep it. I don't like a girl that's going to say, oh, you're gaslighting me. You're a misogynist. Where do you know those words from?
We hear some of the girls who's been with a man who's been taking care of her, who's been investing a lot on her. But he went to have a sex with an Uber driver.
Do you understand? And women don't know how to deal with trauma. Men are made by trauma. Men need trauma. Men need suffering.
Ikai Laini Ele that was waiting for you while you were married. Are they still there, those
They're still
girls?
there.
Or they ran away because now you are
No,
free.
they'll still be there. If you teach me how to live without you, I will live without you. Trust me.
If you teach... Woo!
Yeah, because
You understand?
Hello and welcome to SA Men Talk. I'm your host, Tebo Home Team Kulu. And I'm not alone. I'm with my panelist. I'm with Serge Cabonge.
Thank you again for inviting me all the time. And South African men talk, I love that all the time.
We love you. We love you here, Serge.
Thank you.
And I'm not just with Serge. I'm joined by our guest panelist. I have Nota.
Yes,
Nota
I'm back.
Baloyi.
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah, I don't know why people add the surname to the Nota. The Nota is just none of the above. Nota, Yeah, it's that is it. It's but the Baloyi is Nhlamulo Baloyi. Yeah. I don't know why they put that like that because it's like so weird. It's like, hey, people put a surname on my.
It's a thing in South Africa to have like Tebo Home Team Kulu.
Ne?
Nota Baloyi.
Nota Baloyi.
Oh, shit. Actually, the first time I heard them, Tim Kulu, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that you got married and
I'm
changed your
married
surname.
now.
Yes, you're not Tommy I was like, I wanted to be like, oh, yeah. But
And you know
yeah.
what the funny thing is?
Yeah.
Strata Saka.
You know what?
And they are in Tejani. Your street was Tejani, man.
Yes.
Tejani.
Yes. Yeah, ki Tobejani, Yaka ki Tejani, and now I'm
You are
Tobejani. Maiden surname, as
Yeah.
you know, Nota.
Yeah.
Maiden surname.
Yeah, that's the thing. So when you said it the first time, I was like, oh, what? I was like confused. I was like, really?
Yeah. And I forbidden.
It's good. It's good to be back.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for coming back. Clearly, we are having fun more. Go say main talk. And Serge is a businessman, as you guys all know. He's a businessman, and
I run my own company. I do a lot. I'm part of entertainment. I'm doing transport for truck. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm consulting. As a businessman, you can't just focus on one project. You find yourself that the pocket is low.
Yeah.
We want more.
yes, melubambe ngapha nangapha nangapha to become a multi-millionaire. It's safe to say multi-millionaire, right?
We try to reach that
Don't
level.
call SARS on him.
depends
Don't
which
call SARS on
currency.
him.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
in some currencies, everyone's a multimillionaire.
In Kwachas.
And we
Or
have
Zig.
and Nota is an influencer. He's
I'm an influencer.
Social
I've never
media.
taken influencer bag ever. I've never been paid to. I will never. I am so high above that level. I'm sorry. I make music
Yeah.
that changes lives, and has changed mine.
No,
That
I
is it.
know. You see, Nota. Now I know you make me. I know very well. Like when
Yeah,
you were
but now
still
people, yeah.
hustling, long time ago, you're still hustling. Come up, ya Cuesta. You were there, and I mean,
Yeah,
you're
even before then.
amazing with what you do.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying that people think that because you're influential.
Yeah, that's all you do.
you influence the nah. Maybe I'm an influence peddler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well done. I've been seeing you and Jay making waves everywhere. No time like Mpho, me and my husband, we're like proud of you, man. You're doing the do's, and we saw where it all started. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, thank you. And I mean, yeah, I'm also proud of you. You've also been doing this TV, this production thing
Yeah.
for quite a while.
Yeah. But I'm new in podcasting, very new
but I
in
sat with
YouTube.
you writing like show, things like you're doing call sheets to doing production,
Yeah.
like being a line producer, all of that stuff, like doing whole scripts, for TV channels, running whole entertainment sections. So like, yeah, I'm proud of you for taking the leap because I know a lot of your fellow or your colleagues that are in the TV space or start working in the TV space, even when there are fewer opportunities, they're reluctant to now come onto YouTube because they're not, too keen to be seen as like YouTubers, etc.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, no, big up on starting the channel, and
Yeah.
thank you for
Well done.
doing the sisterly thing of giving a platform for men to talk, because I've been obviously I saw your first couple of episodes that you shot since you started this platform, and I've seen a lot of the episodes with the guests. And one thing about men is that at least they're going to be honest. I mean, we learned that in our first episode. We weren't like all agreeing on things. We weren't afraid to say, okay, I
Yes.
disagree on this, I disagree, but we all learned from each other.
Yes, and that's what we want, and we want to hear the different views from you guys. Thank you, Nota. Thank you, Nota. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers don't even know what I actually do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I know. I've been knowing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you
I
for
was
that.
surprised when you came to me, like, no, I'm doing television. Let's shoot something. I was like, since when? Like, weren't you studying design somewhere, Kopitorika, when you were still there?
Yeah, in TUT, I was studying fine and applied arts.
Yes, because I
and then
remember she used to call me like, hey, what do you do in this situation? How do you handle this thing? And
yeah, Pella, I had to call Big Brother. You know what I mean? Pella, when you've been in that space, way
for a
before
while,
me.
yeah.
And I think I got into TV production 2011 or 12. Yeah, somewhere there. That's when I got into TV production. And yeah, and it's nice to also be on YouTube. I mean, come on, guys. This is the place to be right now. And the nice thing I love about, of course, I still love TV production. I'm still doing TV production, but YouTube is still as great, And Forbidden is...
I'm a creative me, then nothing much, nothing less. I'm a very simple person.
You are so modest.
But like
You are a TV director. You are come on. Hey!
Yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm a visual communicator. I'm
ambitious with your MTs, with your mangma. You know what? I have a modest panel.
That's why I met you, ne? Ambitious. The old studios are ambitious, and she was there, and I'm like, who's this guy now?
So on today's topic, we are talking about life after divorce.
Yeah, no.
Life after divorce. Forbidden. I'm gonna start with you. I get married men are the prize, ne? Married men are the prize. So the time you were married, clearly you had people hitting on you and so forth. Or should I say ladies? I get
Ladies, yeah,
you
lots of people.
said you had ladies
Yeah,
hitting on
there's
you
a lot that
and so
will-
forth. Wabon. So now you are divorced. What now?
Now I'm just enjoying myself, man. Like, yeah, I'm just enjoying myself. I'm just taking it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, I was in a relationship for 16 years. married 6, 10 was a serious relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but just the one person.
Yeah.
Understand? So
I've never been in a relationship for 10 years.
I was,
yeah.
and that's why after the 10 years, I was like, you know what? Like, yeah, no, I'm certain that this is the person I want to be with.
Yeah.
Understand? And then we jumped.
And you guys
the broom and
looked good together.
Yeah, we
Why do you always say that? Like,
Yeah.
why would women always say that? You looked good together. Like, the look. Why is the look
we
important?
complement each other.
You complement each other. What's about King? It's not necessarily about the looks. It's about the happiness.
Yeah, so,
you're
like,
happy together. You look together.
Oh, you look
I
happy
mean, you look
together.
happy together. Yes.
Okay.
No,
yes, you look good.
we were happy. We were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I think personally, me, I will say this. I think one thing that ruined us was marriage.
Marriage.
Yes,
Interesting.
it ruined us.
Why?
You know, expectations. There were certain expectations. You have to be this person. You have to be this traditional husband. Now you have to be this person. You know what I mean? And once you have those expectations, you're like, okay, cool. So let's sit down and break everything down.
Yeah.
You know, and these are going to be your duties. These are going to be my duties.
Yeah.
But then now what happens when you can't fulfill those duties?
Oh, so
understand?
you think before you were married, it was better?
It
Like,
was
the situation was way better.
way better.
So now, because now, okay, you are. Do you feel forced or now? So, like a husband, you have to do this and this and that. You have to live up to those standards.
For me, it's not a train smash because that's what I was doing already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, as a man, you know, you need to provide, protect. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, and guide. Make sure everything is on point in the
Yeah.
house. You know what I mean? There's no way you can come. Your woman be like, there's no food in the house, and you're like, I don't know. you make sure kids are fine, everybody's fine. You understand? So, and when what is it? The reciprocation. What's it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then I think also with women, like I look at my friends, right? Also, they divorced as well, right? And it's always
wait. Your friends are divorced. You are divorced.
divorced. Yeah, everybody's divorced, man.
No, what does it mean?
Because women are the ones that are divorcing.
Because no, they become
Nele-
too complacent. Like women become too complacent once they get into marriage and serious relationships. Once they know that they've cuffed you, they're gonna stop doing certain things that they used to
Like
do.
what? Stop doing
You know
what?
what I mean? Okay, I'll say in a marriage now, you're in a situation where you're like, I'll cook whenever I want to, or I'll clean whenever I want to. I don't mind you doing none of that stuff. Just find somebody who's gonna do it for me. You know what I mean? If
Like
you're
a
gonna hire,
helper.
get a helper. You know what I mean? Because there's no way I can go out there, go hunt for an antelope, bring it back to the cave, and then you telling me that I can't cook this antelope. What am I doing all these things for? You understand?
Yeah, I never had
So-
those problems.
So you never had.
So when your
Yeah,
wife
so-
cooked.
Yeah, she cooked, and I'd always praise her cooking,
Yeah.
and I encouraged her to cook some more so she could cook better.
She was a good cook. I love the food.
Yeah.
But now it's the situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't
now-
say my mother's cooking is amazing. Like, it's very difficult to meet the standard that I'm used to, that I was raised on. But I believe that my mother developed it over time, and I was committed, even if it took 50 years for my wife to catch up to my
How many years?
50 years. Even if it took 50 years,
Oh,
I would still
okay,
compliment her cooking as
Yeah.
if she cooked, a Michelin star meal. Like, I'd scrape every plate.
So what happened? No, like
For me, like, if you want to divorce me, you have to pay for me. Like, you have to, number one, you have to see, you have to see, the lobola has to come back, yes, obviously.
no, but Lobola doesn't
Forget
come
that,
back.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
doesn't,
I will
yeah, it
sue
doesn't.
the lobola back.
Okay, so is this the
Legally,
reason?
I can do it. I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying my rules, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is that I will always make sure that any woman I'm with has more assets than me, even if I'm the one that's making sure that she's got these assets. While we're married, at least they're protected in the marriage. You know what I mean? But all my assets and the value of all those things will be vested in her. So if she wants to divorce, by the law of accrual in our post-nuptial agreement, she has to give up all of that. And no woman, wants to give up money. You know what I mean? Like, if she has to pay to get out of a marriage, she rather stay in the marriage. And me, I don't see myself as an unattractive guy, whether or not the woman I'm married to wants to live inside the house or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? I know I can find another wife or another woman that, I find, to my liking, that's willing to submit. Some women just didn't have submission in their own households. They never saw their mother submit to their father, and they're ruined and lost for that. You know what I mean? And there's nothing that will ever salvage them. So her divorcing and getting married to someone else is not a solution to the problem. The problem is her lack of, willingness to submit. That is it. That is the problem. That will be a problem throughout her whole entire life. And as she gets younger, her prospects of finding a good man or a man that can get even worse and worse and worse. And I would never throw a woman to the dogs that I took as my wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's throwing her to the dogs. You know what I mean? So, like, it's crazy that women think that they can file for divorce and have things turn out better for them. But, if you're the mature one, you're the one with the power. You're the dangerous one. You know what I mean? And you tame yourself. You're not harmless. And the danger is that, you throw her to the wilderness and she doesn't have your protection. She's literally out to the dogs. And you need to put her in that situation for actually her to ever have a chance of coming to her senses and realizing that she needs to submit. That's the only thing that can save her.
Okay, so right now the only reason why you are still married is because
I don't believe in divorce.
you don't
Yeah,
believe in
yeah,
divorce.
I don't.
And she wants to divorce.
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But women file for divorce whether they want to or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, whether they want to or not.
Yeah, because it's like an economic opportunity. It's like, oh, damn. Because you look at the divorce filings, like, the woman will file for divorce, right? She won't even say that there's adultery. She won't say anything. She'll say emotional abuse, which is something that can never be proven in courts, right? Unless you've actually got real evidence of that, right? And it's not like physical abuse. And she'll say financial abuse. And if there's no record of you financially abusing her, and if you've given her all your assets, no judge will ever say you financially abused her. In fact, the contrary could be true, that she financially abused you. So if she files on grounds like that, you know, that is like someone who's obviously misled. And then if she knows that, listen, you deal with court cases, you know, you've got top lawyers and everything else, you deal with this stuff all the time. She knows that whatever the response comes back from your lawyers is something that's going to cost her so much money that already the first thing she asked was for you to pay for her lawyers.
Divorce is expensive, ne?
It's very expensive.
Let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here. I want to ask you. Man. I was having a little bit of break of asking you that question. You're sitting there, you're telling men who are sitting here that you cannot divorce.
No, I don't want to personally.
You don't want personally. Let me ask you one question. If your partner today decide to cheat, since your woman been looking their freedom, they have a right to do whatever
no,
they
that
want.
one is a divorce.
What your decision will be.
I already said in the previous episode.
But that's what
one.
I think is not good for you to say that you don't want to be divorced. If he come with it on the table, you don't have a choice. You need to take it.
Yeah, no.
You understand?
That one,
True.
It's not good for you to say that you don't want divorce. You understand? Because everything that you do, you
Yeah.
need to look at the chances of being 50-50.
no, I don't believe in divorce. I stand by that,
Yeah.
right? But I do have a rule, as
Yeah.
in, okay, this one is irretrievable. I will throw you to the dogs for that one. You understand? So everyone needs to draw a line. You know what I mean? And if you've not crossed that line, why should I throw you to the dogs? And if you don't cross that line,
But do you think when you meet a woman who have everything already and then you got married to that woman and then you thinking that the woman cannot accept the divorce to be in there because of what? Because of whatever he have gonna be separated between the two partners. You think that is the necessary one?
I think that the system incentivizes the wrong behavior in women, and therefore to protect yourself, you need to take preemptive steps that will make sure that you disincentivize that.
And
that
we are
is
just saying
financial.
that this nowadays there is no more relationship since that everyone
that's
targets
true.
men because of money, because of this
Yeah.
and this. You as a
How,
man,
Serge?
I'm
Are you
saying
changing
that.
your tune now?
No, I'm not
saying
changing.
it's
It's
consistent.
I'm
He's
not
saying
changing.
that.
Oh,
He's saying-
okay.
I'm not
he's saying it's
changing.
all about money, and it's true. It's
It
all
is.
about money.
No. And
It's
then
all
that
about
is
money.
the truth. I agree with that. I'm not
Yeah.
changing anything. You understand?
Yeah.
We as
He's
a
saying
man, we
he's-
can't just stand here
That's what
because
he's
it's
getting
a,
from me.
Look,
He's saying that's what
but,
he's
but
getting from me.
now what I'm getting from you is that you still want to be with her and it looks like she can't divorce you because of the money aspect, right?
No, I'm saying that
Yeah.
in any instance, any woman I marry,
Yeah.
she will find it very difficult to divorce me because I will make it financially painful for her to divorce me. That's what I'm saying. That's my rule.
Mara,
That's how I
but-
set up my marriages. That's how I set up my marriage contracts and
But
everything
why
else.
don't you just
Because the marriage is a business deal. It's a business deal to
is.
say we'll be in business together to raise children.
Yeah.
That's it. That is it.
That's
Yeah.
why when,
That is it.
when
We're
she
in
leaves, she
business
leaves with
together
half.
to raise children.
But like in this case, since you guys don't have kids,
Yes. Well, you understand what I'm saying? Like, she's not the only person that has ovaries. You understand?
That's why he
it.
believes in polygamy now.
It's not even about just polygamy. I would not marry a girl who's not a virgin. That's it.
you were telling me earlier that now you just wanna be
No,
with
that's
virgins.
just me.
That's the
That's
hardest
that's
thing
who
to
I
do,
deal.
man.
That's
It's
I,
like-
I don't.
You'll have to go-
telling
you'll have
Nota
to
the
go
same
somewhere
thing. I was telling
18.
Nota
No,
the
it's
same thing.
not. Let me tell you something. Because
19,
once you find one
somewhere.
virgin, you'll find the rest of them because they're all friends and they're keeping each other's chastities. They're
Okay,
maintaining each other.
so life after divorce, how has it been? Okay, when I Nota, you've clearly stated, or when you said happily married earlier, right?
Yeah, I'm still happily married. Yeah.
You're still happily married to your wife.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. But how's life now since you guys are, would you call it separated?
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
married and separated. That's what I
Yeah,
tell all my
how's-
bitches. I'm just kidding. No, I'm
And
kidding.
then Barring. What do they say when you tell them that?
Oh, why?
They want to
You're such a
save him.
great
Hey, they
guy.
want to save him. That's what they want to do. Because remember, with women, whenever you
They
come
wanna
there
save you.
as a wounded wolf, they're like, oh my God, let's take care of this.
Oh my
you know,
God.
That's what it is.
Serge, is that true?
Because you're coming back, you're a returned soldier, man. You're from war, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God, he's been wounded.
And then they battle-
Let-
battle
yeah, let
massage
me- you know
and
what I mean?
stuff.
That's what it is.
But don't you think those are the same
And you
women
don't even
who
ask
caused
for
the
the
divorce?
massage.
Yeah.
Don't you think
No,
those
they
are the
don't.
same women who caused the divorce?
There's no one. Listen, so anyone I've ever been with prior to meeting my wife,
Yeah.
I don't. And plus, I'm not an unattractive guy. Trust me, I can meet new women. Like, I don't need to go back into the archives. Yeah, like, dude,
Yeah.
like, no.
You
like,
all there with a bag of chips.
No, it's not that. There's 4 billion women in the world. And also, I've traveled. Dude, let me tell you, I've dated a Sudanese girl taller than me, right? I've dated an Eritrean girl. They don't even have internet there. She doesn't even have TikTok. I've dated a Ugandan girl. I've dated a Malawian girl. Okay, I married a Zimbabwean girl. Like there's 55 countries in Africa, bro.
You're a passport,
Yeah.
Like, bro, no, it's not on my passport, bro. I've traveled Africa for my work for a long time, and I realized that, dog, there's beautiful women everywhere, all over Africa. So even when you're talking about you're finding virgins and everything else, dog, I don't mind finding a virgin in Eritrea. I don't mind. And also, my rule is that the more English bundles, the less I like the girl. I like the girls that have limited English bundles. Like, yo,
When can you speak
they
a lot of
speak
African
their
languages?
language. They speak their African language, and clean. I speak whatever African language. Like my wife, like her English is not like as fluent as mine. You know what I mean? But she speaks well. But she like when she's wanting to express something, she has to say it in either Ndebele or Xhosa. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, and that's how I like to keep it. I don't like a girl that's going to say, oh, you're gaslighting me. You're a misogynist. Where do you know those words from?
Yeah.
How do you know those words? Where did you know that word? No, I would not date a girl that knows what those words mean. No. Dude, you know what I find? The woman with the broken English. I find that freaking sexy. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Now let's target market. Target market.
That was the most amazing
It's okay.
girl I've ever dated, but then she disappeared. Her name was Sarah. Yes. This was in high school, actually. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. The most amazing Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you know Sarah. You know Sarah? She was friends with this other girl, Ace Chitsa.
The tall one.
Yes, Ace. Yeah, she's friends with Ace, and then she went back to Kenya. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know her. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. And then Serge, how's life after divorce? Do you regret divorcing, or do you think life is better now?
Look, I can't say I regret divorcing. Whatever come I take for it. Do you understand? I can say it's okay for me.
Yeah.
I'm out of the stress, whatever I've been going through. The marriage where I was. You understand? Especially when it comes from your partner, she feels she can do whatever she want to do. And then you don't want to be part of that. You don't want to go through stress. When I'm saying she feel like she want to do whatever she can do, I'm talking about the cost of the separation. She can be cheating. She can do whatever she feels she want to do. She can bring problems in the relationship. She can do whatever she feel. And then I feel I'm more comfortable with that since the separation come between. Because when I look at via my separation, I choose her to leave because whatever she been doing was enough for me as a man. Because I cannot be part of a woman who's doing things that cannot build the relationship. And then I see enough is enough. And then I can't go to the detail. And then I decide that it's better for me. Let me pack my stuff, go out of the house, leave you in the house. And then to me, since I done it, I feel more comfortable. I'm okay with that.
Don't you miss having like cooked food? You know what I mean? Don't you miss that thing of
Bitches cook
cuddling
too.
with your wife every night?
Look, how can you cuddle with your partner when the relationship is not go according what you guys plan? Because cuddling, it come with the feelings of the relationship. You understand? For me to eat the food that you cook, you need to make me happy. If I don't have the happiness in the house, how could I eat the food that you're cooking? I might even feel that you wanna kill me, you wanna put poison in the food.
Yes.
You understand? Because the relationship between us is not going well. And then why must I eat what you are cooking, what you are trying to do? You understand? There's nothing that I'm gonna regret for it.
Okay.
Why the restaurant are open for us people being divorced? For some of us men who don't even know how to
restaurant.
cook.
And let
Open
me tell
for you
you,
guys.
men cook there. And they make sure that we are satisfied. They cook it with love.
Wow. Okay. So it seems like you are content with divorce. You
Look,
are happy.
look.
You are in peace.
Look, I'm in peace. If there was no problem on the relationship, on the marriage, I could still be happy. I was always loving my family. That's why most of time I'll accommodate them to travel, to go abroad, to go to Europe, to go to America, and then I've done everything for them. They go have their happiness. It's because of what? Because I was happy in my relationship. You understand? If now the relationship go away, I don't need to do anything else. What I can do as a man, I can only accommodate the kid. But when it comes in terms of the partner, I can't go back. You understand?
Yeah.
And then I don't think we'll have a proper communication between us.
Okay.
You understand? It's gonna become difficult, and then there's not gonna be any happiness on the conversation that I can have between me and you.
Yeah.
You understand? I feel I'm okay. I'm even better than where I was before.
Really?
Trust me.
Wow.
And that is something important in terms of like communication. You know what I mean? Like that is like the most important thing.
Communication,
ever.
eh?
Communication. You know what I mean? Because we end up in a relationship where you're trying to figure out what somebody's thinking. You know what I mean? You end up not knowing. And this is what I in my marriage, me from the beginning, I said, if we don't have communication, if we get to a point where we can't talk to each other, you know, just know that it's dead. You know what I mean?
How long
And the
were you married
minute-
for?
I was married for 6 years.
Oh, yeah, 6 years,
You
yeah.
understand? And then another thing, it would be third parties, third wheels in a relationship. Those things.
Ababatla.
In-laws, especially
Yeah,
parents.
in-laws. You see, with
especially
me,
mothers-in-law,
'Cause the thing-
monsters-in-law.
Yes, because the
Those
thing
are
is
the
this:
worst.
now, if let's say me and you are married or whatever, we're dating, right? And I do something, and you go tell your parents or your friends about it, they'll always take your side. You understand? They will never be rational. So that's why I always say, keep your friends, keep your
Or
in-laws,
you
keep
don't want to
family.
take the kids to private school, and then your mother says, why is your husband being so stingy? You know what I mean? Like
You know,
things like that.
They're
It's
always
like,
gonna take your side. So remove
why
the
was
third
your
wheel.
mother
It's
talk
important
about
to
my
remove, yeah.
finances?
You understand?
Yeah.
Like with me, it was always the case. Keep the family out of it. Like even when I was divorcing, they only found out like a year after when I said, "Okay, guys, this is it. This is the decision that I'm taking." You know what I mean? But now, when your partner brings in third parties, and now there's like people, it's disrespect. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they don't know you like I know you. You understand? So they're gonna come and pick your side and be like, "Oh, this is my friend," or "This is my family."
Do
I'm
you
always
think
gonna take the side.
third party is what caused or had a hand in the divorce situation?
It had a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with me. My separation was caused by third parties, like whether it be my sister. Like there was a time like I was stuck on William Nickel. I just come back from my wife's actual concert. Like she was having a concert. You know, I was driving her and her team back. You know, doing the whole entire thing. And I was sitting at the back. I paid for tickets. You know what I mean? I did the whole entire thing, like to make it a special night for her. We're driving onto William Nickel off of the highway. I don't drink. I get stopped by the cops because obviously you're driving Mercedes-Benz, they're going to stop you, right? They search the car. I show them the license. I gave them the whole entire thing. Now they want to search through my wife's underwear bag. I'm a man. Now, I'm a man, and if a cop slaps me, I'm going to fuck him up if he slaps me in front of my wife, I'm going to fuck him up. There's no way I'm going to drive home and my wife's going to have a memory of me being slapped and then running away home. She knows that a man challenged me and I can never protect her ever again. That is worse than anything else. You know, I'd rather get shot. So now I start wrestling with this guy because he's trying to search through my wife's underwear. My wife starts wrestling with me, like trying to say, "Oh no,
Hey,
stop
bro,
this,
this guy."
stop this situation." And then the next day she calls my sister, and then the next thing they want to put me in anger management. And it's like, no, this is not anger management. It's a guy disrespecting me because I drive a certain car and I'm being harassed. You know what I mean? I don't drink. I didn't cause it. And we got home safe. And I fucked that guy up. You understand what I'm saying? He called for backup, and I told his backup, "Your boy is disrespecting me. He's checking through my wife's panties. Would you accept that as a man?" The other cop accepted, like, "Okay, sorry for my guy's discretion. I snatched my license and I drove off." You know what I mean?
Hectic.
So third parties, that thing. Call her parents now. It's a situation. I need to go into therapy or whatever. Now I'm being sent to therapist after therapist after therapist after therapist, and these therapists are saying, "We love your money, but bro, we're tired of hearing your stories." You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with you. Go home. And every time trying to control me, it's like, "Yo, I'm trying to control me." It got to the point where like they even tried to take my businesses from me. They put me like in a mental institution to have me declared like mentally unstable so they could take my companies from me. My mother, actually, you know, funnily enough, because now they'd been convinced that, okay, this is what we need to do. Now we need to control his finances. Like, the problem with like being young and independent is like, my parents could never ever control me from the point I was a teenager. No one could ever control me because I was making my own money. You know what I mean? Yes, I would be a respectful child. I'd come home by curfew and do all those things. But they couldn't tell me what I can and cannot do. And that has always been a problem. And as you get more and more successful, the rest of your family that you leave behind, they don't want to now feel like you now are over them. Oh, now you've got enough money. Now you're over your parents. You know what I mean? They can't control you. So any opportunity that they can get to try and snatch that control, they could do the most evil things. You know what I mean? You never know. It could come from anywhere. And that's why I'm saying the third party is not even just the in-law side of things. It can even, your own wife can now turn your own family against you because your family doesn't want to be evil in-laws, right? So they want to be very nice. So if she comes to them and she's complaining about certain things,
They'll take her side.
they're taking her side because they don't want to be seen as taking your side. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So those are the things that can compound things, and you never know where it could come from. So you never allow any party, friends, or
it's
anyone
between the
else.
two of you,
That's
husband
it.
and wife.
Nobody.
Let's
That's
get
it.
young, but
And the thing, funny thing is that parents will say that to you when you get married, when you're doing your lobola negotiation, like, hey, we are now out of it, and then they will then still interject. It's like
Exactly. You know what
Yo.
I mean? So it gets crazy. Like third parties, gets to third party, from third party, now there's less communication because now, you know what I mean? Like, if we're talking, we're always arguing. And if I tell you something and say, I don't like that, and then you go and do it, it means you're disrespecting me. You understand? So, and one thing I will not tolerate is disrespect. Because for us as men, that's our form of love. You know? That's how you show me that you love me, by respecting me. So if you don't respect me, you have your friends coming into my house, they don't even greeting. It's like, what's going on
What's
here?
happening?
Yeah, like what did you tell them
You
to
even
warrant this kind
communicate
of...
it.
Yeah,
Which is
to
third
this kind
party again.
Yeah,
We're back
you
to the
understand
third party
exactly.
thing.
It's the third party. What did you say to them that warrants this kind of behavior in front of me? You understand? So those are certain things that you need to say as a guy. Like, I will not tolerate that. This is my house. This is my tribe that I'm starting. You know what I mean? I'm the king. You're the queen. These
My
are
house,
our
my
heirs.
rules.
You understand? So that's how we roll.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll even tell you, like, for me, I use movies to train people because movies are used to brainwash people, right? So one of my favorite movies is Casino. So I made my wife watch Casino, and I'm watching Casino with her. And there's the part where Sharon Stone is at the bar with Robert De Niro, and he's now proposing to her marriage, right? And he knows that, you know, she's a little bit of a cokehead. She's got like this other boyfriend of hers that she's always going on drug binges with and everything. And he said, yo, I never need you to love me. All I need from you is for you to respect me. I paused the movie right there and I said, this was the point of me making you watch this movie. This very scene. You know what I mean? Things like I Am Legend. I don't know if you watched Will Smith, you know what I mean? He's surviving all on his own. I made her watch that movie like, yo, me, I'm a trained assassin.
I think I haven't seen that movie.
I'm
Must watch
legend.
it.
I'm like, I can survive on my own. I could lose my
That's
wife
what it
and
is.
my kids, and I'm still fine. I wanted her to watch that. I was like, this guy that you're seeing right now, that is me. You understand? Like, there is nothing that you are providing in my life that elevates it in any point. You give me comfort because I want you in my space. You know what I mean? And those are the things that I would communicate through things like movies we both enjoy, right? But the moral of the movie is something that I would communicate. This is something that I want us to take for our relationship.
Yes.
And again, like I'm saying, when you are now apart, you know what I mean, and separated and everything else, like, I was still like very happy. I was doing my own thing. I mean, dude, I went to another country, moved my entire company to another country. I went to Elon Musk's rocket launch. You know what I mean? Things that I used to tell her about. I used to watch Elon Musk's rocket launches with her on YouTube, you know, at night. Like at 3 a.m. I'd wake up, oh, it's like, yo, there's a rocket launching. Yeah,
And
one
you
day I'm
got
going
to
go
actually
there.
go there and experience
Now that
it.
I don't have to worry about paying for her music videos and stuff like that, I can say, you know what, let me just actually go watch a rocket launch and some, like, you know.
So
like,
do you
enjoy
think you're
myself.
happier now? Do you think
Like,
you're happier now?
Like I said
Yeah.
the other day, I went on a weekend away in Cape Town because I just wanted to go to Cape Town. The weather was terrible, but I still had fun. I saw my friends. I didn't have a curfew. You know what I mean? Like, right now I'm living my life like a bit of a bachelor, but, you know, I'm doing exactly what I want when I want. And that's what I've always communicated, is that for me, with or without you, you know, no woman makes me happy, and no woman can take my happiness. That's it.
Sure.
That's what it is.
No, I'm
Okay.
just saying I can't be made happy by
Yeah.
a woman. My happiness is my own thing. Like,
And
You are-
forbidden,
you are responsible
how
for
are the Ikai Laini Ele that was waiting for you while you were married? Are they still there, those
They're still
girls?
there.
Or they
all of
ran
them.
away because now you are
No,
free?
they'll still be there because remember, they know me as that responsible person
Oh,
that, you know what I
yes.
mean, that is
Yeah.
willing to take care of situation.
Yeah.
So you'll be there, but it's not, just because you are there doesn't mean I want to be
Yes.
with you. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, and I can't just like just go around just dishing out dick. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? You need to have respect and value
Yes.
Yeah.
for yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, that is the most important thing. Like especially after marriage, most guys will go ham and go club, drink, do this, do all that.
Girls,
No, you,
Yeah.
need to stay,
What's
you need to go celibate. Like
Yeah.
I took a vow of celibacy and all that type of stuff. Like I was not touching any woman and anything else.
Yeah.
You know? It's like you need to.
You need that.
That's it.
Channeling.
That's
Yeah.
it.
thing
Because
for some
otherwise you'll be weakened and your
Yeah.
money will be drained. Because now, dude, you're gonna be going for women that you don't really love, right? So you're gonna have a lot of women because you don't really love them. So you know what I mean? They'll never satisfy you. Once it might be enough. Maybe you'll be with one woman 3 times at most. Like, you know what I mean? That's already too much, cutting it. You know what I mean? So now you're spending
Every
on
weekend.
evenings. Like
Every
the evening is more expensive.
It
'cause,
becomes
like,
expensive, Nick.
Yeah.
yeah, because when you're courting a girl and it's new, right?
Mm.
You have to do a whole lot of time spending together. You know what I mean? So you can't just meet for dinner and then go meet your other girl. If you got a roster of girls, like you got like 6 or 7 or 8 girls or something like that, you know that, okay, this one I'll see her on Thursday for like 3 hours, clean, whatever. This one I'll see on this other day. This one I'll see. That you can do. But now when you just come from a relationship, you must remember you just had to delete all your bitches. You understand? You
had
started
no
with
one.
the clean slate. Yeah, you
had
deleted
no
all
one.
your.
So
There
it's like
was
the
that
telephone.
night where she was standing on top of the dinner table. You understand, with
Yeah.
a knife in her hand. You know what I mean, and saying, "Delete all these bitches."
How dramatic.
That's. I mean,
You laugh,
that's
that's
how
what
you
you
delete.
do.
How did you
You
delete
do.
them? You know, she obviously scrolled through the phone. It didn't just happen. You didn't just voluntarily.
Yeah.
Like something had to happen for you.
This one, I don't like this one.
You know, something has to happen. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, damn it, I have to delete them now. You know what I mean?
And you, Serge, did you go back to those girls or you also had to delete them?
No, I don't delete actually because you asking me to delete, that's not how they resolve the problem. You understand? Even if you're in a new relationship, it's about us to talk about it.
Yeah.
You come to my life, you find me, I was having previous people. What I just need to look at, if I feel myself I'm in the right space with the right person, I just need to try to avoid those exes and the previous one so
Yeah.
they don't bring problem
Yeah.
on my new relationship because I want to build something that I feel that it can bring the relationship not on the shaking movement. You understand? That's all I need to do. If I find somebody who's bothering me all the time during the time for my new relationship, immediately I'm going to block you. You're not going to get access to me. And then I delete the chat. You understand?
So you were not forced. You
I
did
was
it
not
because-
forced. You understand? Because
Yes.
first of all, we're going to sit down to talk about it. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to go to your phone, ask you to delete.
Yeah.
You understand? What I'm going to just ask you, I need the respect between us. You understand? The respect, how the respect come. You need to avoid your exes to call you during the time that you are with me. Even if when I'm not with you, it need to be the same things. That show me that really you want to build something in this relationship. Because if you don't want, you'll allow them to call you in the wrong time, and the time that we are spending our good time, you understand, you allow type of things like that. You understand? It do happen. That's what I say, we need to sit down, we need to look at all those facts
Yes.
to avoid sometimes certain problem. You can't come to me, I'm not a child, to tell me to delete. Even if you show me a knife, it's better step with that knife by yourself before you step me. But why must I delete? On what reason?
No one can force you to.
No
you
one.
do it voluntarily. So.
That's true.
Yeah. And Forbidden, are you happy?
Yeah, me, I'm very happy right
Are
now.
you, really, are you happy?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah. I can't complain right now.
And gentlemen, like when you guys were married or with you, Nota, when you were like happily married, ne?
Together.
When you're together, right? Did you let your wife hold your phone? Like, you know,
Yeah, she had full access to my phone.
really? And you, Forbidden?
Yeah, she knew my password. I knew her password, but I would never go into her phone.
Why?
What do I want? That's not my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only time I would touch is maybe, let's say I'm using internet connection or whatever, but it was never, let me see what's in your phone, who you talking to. I was never that
My
guy.
wife still
And
has all access to my phone. She has access to my
Even now?
iCloud to this day. She
And
can,
you search-
she can track me
if
down
you
any
want to
moment.
build a relationship, you say you want to be in the relationship. There's no privacy between you and your partner.
Yes.
You know,
I agree.
some men who come tell a partner, you can't touch my phone, and then the woman come tell a partner, you can't touch my
something
phone.
is going
What do
It's
you think
meaning
of that?
both
A
of
man
you two.
who doesn't let their wife touch
No,
their
both
phone?
of you two.
Listen,
When the woman is say, I don't want you to touch my phone, the
Yeah.
man is say, I don't. It means both of you two doing something
You're
wrong.
doing something
Yeah.
wrong.
And then you're accepting to be on that space of type of relationship.
Yeah.
And then that relationship will never go far.
It won't
But when the
work.
both of you two, you want to build a relationship,
Yeah.
you want to be in something serious, you need to be open each other.
Yeah.
I need
Trust
to have
me,
access to your
There's no
phone.
relationship.
Yeah.
Actually, there's no
I'll
rule.
give you access on my phone. You answer my calls when I'm not on the space of answering. You understand? I'll allow you to go to my phone.
Yeah.
You understand? If you find past, you don't need to fight him about the past.
Yeah.
If somebody send me message this moment where I'm with you, you need to ask me and then I'll explain to you.
Who that is.
You
yeah.
understand? We don't need to fight about it. I cannot go to your phone. Only I can go to your phone when I suspect your behavior change. There, you'll push me on getting access on your phone to check what is
What
going
it is
on.
that's going on.
You understand?
Yes.
That's where, when I find something that is wrong, that's where you bring a separation.
Yes.
There's nothing that we gonna resolve there because what you are doing, you keep on continue doing that.
True.
You understand?
Yes.
We're not gonna have a relation. I don't want you to make me a fool.
You must be open. You must be
Yeah.
open with your
Yeah.
partner.
No,
That's
I
the
was
truth.
open with my partner, right? But I once left my old phone with my old deleted stuff. So it wasn't deleted on my old phone. So she saw some stuff like that. And then, yeah, she ended up asking to have a woman-to-woman conversation with the other woman. You know, and in fact, every time like there was a situation like that, she'd always ask to have a woman-to-woman conversation with the other woman. So I'd just allow them as women to sort it out amongst themselves.
And when I somebody again.
No, what can I do? She found something. Now I'll be like, okay, now talk to this woman, like
Yeah.
clean, and then come back and report me back, and then clean. I won't go back to that woman. You know what I mean? I'll respect you, and then I'll also allow you to have your little territory claiming
Yeah.
thing to be, you know, to wave your flag and say, nah, bitch.
And
mine.
and in closing, guys, nako irisile. In closing, guys, would you get married again? Forbidden. Would you get married again?
I don't think so. I don't think marriage benefits a man whatsoever. Like there's no benefit for a man. Like from the beginning, when on Nhlamulo, like when you have to go buy rings, you have to go do all these things and whatnot. And then you get married and then you buy a house, you
Yeah.
do all these things,
Exactly.
then you
But you
divorce,
with
then
your
she.
partner.
No,
you
yeah,
have
no, it's
kids.
Nice when
You
you
have
are
kids,
building, but now,
you guys.
but what I'm saying is this:
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you are the one who is
Suffering.
suffering because
Yeah,
you are
that's
the
good.
expenditures are
You
on
feel
you.
like
And
men are
it's-
giving more.
No, you are. You are supposed to. Like you're supposed to. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that it doesn't benefit you whatsoever. Because even when you divorce, like most of the time, she takes half. Now you have to pay alimony. Now you have to do all these things. You understand? From the beginning, you've been paying for
But
this
like,
thing.
what about you are with your life partner?
But how do you know?
are enjoying life?
How
You
do
are
you
happy.
know? No, how do you know it's a life partner? Like with me, I'd say we've been together for 16 years. I never imagined that would be separated.
Yeah.
And then now we are.
Yeah.
You understand?
But you
So-
were happy for that 16 years?
Yeah, it was.
It was worth it?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is at the end of the day, things
Yeah.
happen. And then now it's like, oh, but okay, when I'm looking at this thing, how did it benefit me? Like actually, like let's really sit down and look at this.
Well, for that 16 years, you were happy. I think that's you're
Yeah, I don't
But
like happiness.
it's not like my happiness
You don't
was
like happiness?
But no, it's not like my happiness was
Yeah.
based on her. Like I'm a happy person by
Yes.
myself. You understand?
But like
So
as well, but as well, women also give a lot to you guys. You know what I mean?
What?
like what?
We
Name
give
one
a-
thing.
Yeah.
Apart from children, name one thing.
Apart from children,
That's the only thing we can give.
we are loving. You know.
No,
we
you're
loving
not.
guys.
No, you're not.
We are.
We don't
No,
we
you're
don't want
demanding.
love, we want respect. And you're not giving
We
us that respect. So
you
what?
guys.
don't.
Some respect. We you know what I mean? Like we
The
respect
only,
you
the, only,
guys.
the only creatures that deserve love is women, babies, and dogs.
No,
Those
it's
are the
children.
creatures.
Women.
No,
women,
children.
dogs, and children.
No, children. No,
Those
women don't deserve. Women
But they
get
do,
love from
yeah.
men.
Yes, we
but they
get
don't
them
deserve
love,
it.
yeah.
No, to deserve and to get something is two different things.
Okay.
You can
Serge.
get something that you don't deserve.
Serge,
Yeah.
balance us quick. Women deserve love, right?
Look, on the relationship, the both sides deserve love.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
When we look at on that. But when you start bringing a shaking on the relationship, why must you deserve it?
If you teach me how to live without you, I will live without you. Trust me.
If you teach, woo,
Yeah, because
You understand?
But
Yeah.
I don't
That's what
believe
it is.
in a relationship should
Look,
be
that's
about
why you
happiness.
see most men, when they went through divorce, they don't feel to get married again. Because when we look at it, during those time of our grandmother,
yes.
when you're married, you cannot go to remarry again. You understand? Because like me on my space in this moment since I divorced with the mother of my child 2020, I don't feel like
Getting
married
married
again. But if God is saying, I find the right person for you,
Then you
I
will.
have all. I can give it a try again. But just know, even if I give it a try again, I'll be one eyes inside, one eyes outside. Because I don't want to go through what I went through previously. You understand? Same way when you meet a woman who was married, he will tell you the same things. You understand? I'm not going to give all my full heart to you because of what?
You've
My
been through it.
husband. I went through this with my husband. He cheated. I find her with a woman on top of my bed. You see, he's going through that.
That's
Those
why
are
you
the
need a
reason
virgin.
why.
A virgin
More
who's
diligent
never been
ones like
cheated
this.
on, never had a boyfriend. Like you're her first. You understand? Because she never comes with any trauma. Do you understand? And women don't know how to deal with trauma. Men are made by trauma. Men need trauma. Men need suffering. Men that don't suffer, they die. They kill themselves. They become junkies. You know what I
kill
mean?
people.
Look at all the kids that are rich, like boys who get given everything that never suffered. They always self-destruct. So men need suffering. Women are supposed to not ever feel suffering. You
Women
understand?
need love and
Yes. That they need.
Softness.
And then are you
Yes.
aware that the relationship is part of investment?
it is definitely, definitely.
Women try to do all the effort to invest on the relationship to take care of the family and the partner. You understand? We're seeing most guys who are taking their wife traveling every time. Women are showing different lifestyle. Women are driving expensive car.
They're spending.
But
They're
on
not
the later
investing.
stage, when you look at that woman, it's been having a sex with a man who cannot even afford to buy a flight ticket.
Yeah.
And then what do you expect from there?
So where is she getting all that?
She's getting it from a real man, but she still is willing to have sex with a bum in a back room
Do you get my
and
point?
cheat.
Yo.
You know
We
what I
hear
mean?
some of the girls who's been with a man who's been taking care of her, who's been investing a lot on her. Man, he went to have a sex with a Uber driver. Some of them with a garden and the house where they're staying. But why are you doing that? And then what do you expect from the man?
SA Men Talk. Yes, we have. Thank you, gentlemen. Not speaking Nako.
We've spoken.
We can go on and on and on, but we're coming back, right? The next episode. SA Men Talk. This is a show where we get views from different guys on different topics that women want to hear. Thank you guys for joining us on the show. And thank you, Serge. Thank you, Nota,
Thank you.
Forbidden. And bye, guys. You guys can say your peace outs.